Hey guys, it's Editor here again from Somali Enterprise Tutors. I hope you have been following on our tutorial videos, and if you have, well, good. And then if you haven't, please, I would like to say welcome, or please do well to see the previous tutorial codes, as it will help you to understand better what we're doing here. Alright, so today what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be writing a small program that's going to be calculating what I would like to call twin prime numbers. Okay, now if you do follow, I remember that we talked about boolean return type. This was when we're discussing about methods, and I was teaching you guys about boolean return type. So then we had a method called check prime. Now this method was responsible for checking if a number was prime, if the number was a prime number. What is a prime number? A prime number is a number only divisible by itself and 1. Okay, so now how this prime number method works is it has a temporal variable called temp, it has a variable called temp, and then it uses a for loop now to check if a number is prime or not. Okay, so how does this work? This is a for loop that says in check is equals to 2, so starting from 2, we are ignoring starting from 2, yeah, and then check is less than or equals to imputed number slash 2. So this is the number. So if the user inputs 7, it will be 7 integer division 2, so this should be 3, and then check plus plus. Now temp is equals to number imputed modulo 2. Okay, so this is the remainder. This gives us the remainder. Now if temp is equals to 0, now this means that this number is divisible. Okay, this number is divisible, meaning it is not a what's it called, it's not a prime number. So if I should run this for you to basically understand, what this does is it takes a number from the user and then is able to say if that number is prime or not. So if I enter, for example, 20 is divisible by 2. Okay, so is 20 a prime number? False. Alright, so 20 is not just only divisible by 2, it's divisible by other numbers, but immediately this statement gets a number that the entered number is divisible by, it automatically quits the whole method. Okay, so this is how it works. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be dealing with twin prime numbers. Okay, so what are twin prime numbers? Twin prime numbers are numbers that are prime numbers and in between them are two numbers. So for example, say 2 and 5, those are two prime, yes, twin prime number. Oh sorry, 3 and 5, because between 3 and 5 is you have 3, 4, 5. Okay, so better you understand better when we get over to the programming exercise. So in order for us not to rewrite this again, what I'll do is I'll copy this. Okay, copy this method, and I've already created a new Java class file called twin prime numbers. Okay, so I'll put this down here. Okay, so this automatically checks the prime numbers. Alright, so what next I would like to do is I'd like to have another method called show twin prime numbers. Okay, so that will be private static void, as this wouldn't return anything. Private static void. Okay, so sorry about that. So private static void show twin prime numbers. Okay, so this will take in a variable called input number. So how this is going to work is the user is going to enter a particular number, say 10, and then the program is going to display twin prime numbers between 1 and 10. Okay, so how this works is we're going to have a for loop. Alright, so that for loop is going to work like this, and then we're going to say int counter. I like using counter is equals to 1. Alright, so counter would be less than or equals to number, and then counter plus plus. So counter plus plus. Okay, now what we are going to do is we're now going to check. Okay, so what we're going to do is if, then we're going to call this if check prime number, and then we're going to put in counter. So if prime number counter Okay, remember this and. Alright, so this is one of the operators. I will put a link below so that if you haven't watched that tutorial video, you'll be able to watch it. So if prime number counter and check prime number counter, okay, plus 2, okay, if this two a number and then number plus, okay, plus 2, if it's a prime number, I would say system.out. So I would like to display the two of them. All right, system.out.println. Okay, so I'll do this and I'd like to display this plus counter okay. Come, I just want this to be displayed. Okay, plus counter plus I'd like a comma, okay, then plus, put this in bracket, counter plus 2, then plus the closing brace. Okay, so what this does is it checks if the number counter and two numbers ahead of it, if they are prime. Okay, so it checks if they are prime. So if they are prime, it displays open parenthesis, then the number, comma, then the prime twin. Okay, so if we run this, so run as Java application. Oh, nothing would be displayed because I had not called this. So I'll just call the method with say 20. So this is going to display the twin prime numbers between 1 and 20. So run as Java application. Alright, so because of this statement I have here, in order for us to see what numbers can divide, what numbers does not make another number prime. Okay, so there you go. So 1 3 3 5 5 7 11 13 17 19. Okay, so these are the prime numbers between 1 and 20. Okay, so if we were to now make this a little bit flexible, what we'll do is we'll need a scanner in order for us to get the value from the user. Okay, so scanner is equals to, and then we'll do this, and then the next thing we're going to say is int number range. Okay, so we're going to say system.out.println, please enter a range you would like. Okay, just please enter a start. Please enter an end number for the calculation of twin prime. Okay, so we could do that, and they say is equals to a scanner dot next int. So a scanner dot next int gives us the next integer entered by the user, and then I'll change this from hard coding from 20 to what the user enters. So if I run as Java application again, what I'll have, okay, so if I should enter say 50, and this displays the twin prime numbers between 1 and 50. Okay, so this is one way to do it, and then another way to do it is to have the user be able to enter the start range number and then the end range number, meaning that the user can probably not just input from 1 to another number. The user can be able to input from from 40 to 50, say from 60 to 190. Okay, so in this also I'm going to show you method overloading. Okay, so if we are going to do this, first what we're going to say is we're going to say I'm going to declare a character for key and say car key, and then I'm going to tell the user to, I'm going to say please, I'm going to say enter S. Okay, enter S for single, enter S for single, yes, for single range, or M for multiple range. Okay, so having that, I would say key will be equals to a scanner dot next dot car at, so the first index. Okay, so that taken, I'm going to then use a switch. Okay, so switch key, if the value is S, so case S, do this, and then we're going to have another case, so case M for multiple, and then we're going to break it out here. So case default, we're going to say system dot out dot print line and say invalid key entered. Okay, all right, now the way this is, we already have something to check for that, so all we'll just do is I'm going to be sending this. Okay, we're going to be sending the whole of this to the single. So when the person wants to just enter a single, what's it called, a single, if the person just wants a single displayed, just enter a single number and then it displays from 1 to that number, the person can use the S key. And then for multiple, all I would just do is I would create another of this method, but then with different argument. Okay, so I'll change this to int start number and then have another one called end number. Okay, then this will be equals to start number, and then this will be equals to end number. Okay, yes, so instead of having it the same way it was in the former method, we're going to change something, and then we're going to make this will be equals to, okay, end number minus 2. Okay, why is this? Because we have to set a limit so that if it gets to the end number, it doesn't add, if it adds 2 to it, that makes it outside of a particular range. Okay, so what I actually, you would understand what I'm saying. So if we do this, all we just have to do is we're going to take this and then we're going to put this here, but instead of the show twin prime numbers with one argument, that is this, we're going to have the show twin prime numbers with excuse me, with two arguments. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're now going to have 2 more arguments. So we're going to say int start number and then end number. Okay, so here we're going to say please enter start range. Okay, and then we're then going to say please enter end range, and then this will be end number. So in this, this is method overloading, where you have a method with the same name but different arguments. Okay, so we're going to pass start number and end number. Okay, so this is method overloading, the same method, the same return type, the same name but different arguments. Is method overloading. Okay, so let's run this and then check what happens. So run a Java application. Okay, so if I enter D, you see invalid key entered, so we're checked about that. So if I run again a Java application and enter S, please enter end number. So if I say from 1 to say 200, Okay, so we have all this. These are twin prime numbers. And then another thing I would like to do is I would probably like to count how many twin prime numbers there are. Okay, so let's just check this before we count. So run as Java application. I want to check the one for the multiple. So start range, I would like to see how many twin prime numbers do we have from 40 to 100. So we have 41, 43, 59, 61, 71, 73. Okay, so in order for us to count how many twin prime numbers there are, what we'll just do is we would include, we'll just say it's a counter, or we say int, okay, int prime occurrence, okay, something like this, and then is equals to 0. Then we're going to do plus plus, all right, and then here we're just going to be displaying and say and then we're just going to say prime. Okay, so this will be 20 prime numbers exist between 1 and, then we're going to include the range here, so this will be number. The same thing, we're going to copy this, and then we're going to also copy this, okay, put it the method here, and then we're going to increase this whenever there's a prime number. Okay, so whenever there's a prime number, and then say 12 prime numbers exist between, now instead of 1, since we have a start number, so we're just going to put start number here, exists between start number and end number. All right, so let's run that and see. So for single, we're going to be testing that of single now as 20. Okay, so 5 prime numbers. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So instead of 5 prime numbers, I think that should be 5 twin prime numbers now. Okay, twin prime numbers. So we'll run that again. So if we enter 20, okay, S and 20, so 5 prime numbers exist between 1 and 20. All right, so that's checked, and then the last one to check for the multiple, M, and say from 30 to 150. All right, so 6 twin prime numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching. Please do come back and watch some more, and I hope that you understand. If you do not understand, please let me know. And I'm also going to be putting a link to my GitHub repository where you can always go and get all the codes, this code, and then you can tweak it as much as you like. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and God bless you.